Alright, so now we're working on the muscle anatomy. And this here is my model here. Got kind of the muscles protruding there. Trying to sculpt it out a little bit. Didn't really need face because we don't really need that portion there. So I actually got some diagrams here of the posterior and anterior view. And like I said, we're going to start with the head and neck region. So we're going to start off with the orbicularis oculi, which would be the part right there. And that's the circle area of the muscle that helps the eye blink. Then we have the masseter, which is pretty much the muscles that's surrounding the jaw bone there, jaw area. That's what elevates the mandible. And orbicularis oris is the muscles that's surrounding the mouth. And the sternocleidomastoid is the muscle right here. And it's pretty much the muscle that helps with flexion, rotates the head. So now we're moving down to the torso, and the diaphragm will be pretty much on the inside of the belly area there. And it's the prime mover inspiration, so it'll be in that area there, diaphragm. And the pectoralis major will be the main part of the pecs there. So these right there. And the serratus anterior pretty much be the small muscles right there. And the external oblique is this portion here. And the internal oblique will be the inside of the oblique area there. The rectus abdominis will be the six-pack area there. And the transverse abdominis will be in the stomach region there as well, but it'll be on the inside, and it'll be wrapping around the on the inside of the stomach girdle laterally or horizontally. Sorry. And the trapezius muscles, so the traps will be in the shoulder neck area, and then this would be a better view of it right there. So that'll be the traps. And for the latissimus dorsi, which would pretty much be the lats there. So for bodybuilders, this would be the wing area. So now we're going into the rotator cuff area. So there's a few muscles all in one area there. So for the supraspinatus, it'll be this area here. The inferior spinatus will be in here as well. And the teres major will be in that whole little shoulder rotator cuff shoulder girdle area there. So for the subscapularis, will be the muscle that's on top of the scapula there. So for the internal and external intercostal, so it would pretty much be the muscle that's inside the rib spaces that help you breathe in and out. So now we're moving to the upper extremity, the deltoid area. So the deltoid is the shoulder there. And the biceps brachii would be the biceps, the main part that peaks when you try to flex. The triceps brachii is actually the larger part of the muscle between the two. So to have big arms, you want to work out your triceps. Right there, that's the focused one. So the brachioradialis is pretty much this portion right here. That's what helps flex your elbow. And the brachialis is another part that's connected to helping flex. Will be this line right there, right next to the biceps. So the pronator teres is the small muscle right there. It's all in the one group there. And that's what helps pronate the arm. So on my arm, so basically this supination, the muscle helps pronate. And the palmaris longus was pretty much the rest of the little small muscles here. It helps make you make a fist there. Pretty much help move the wrist flexor. And pretty much the flexor and extensor muscles is pretty much all the rest of the muscles that's in this area as well. So now we're going into the lower extremities here. And we're going to start off with the tensor fasciolatae, which is pretty much the small little muscle in here that helps adducts. So add the thigh to the medial side. So we had an adductor longus right there. Adductor mingus right there, a little bit higher. And the gracilis right there. So that's serratus right there, a little bit higher. Then the rectus femoris is pretty much the bigger part of the thigh, the front part right there. And on the model you can see a little bit better, so the rectus femoris right there. And the vastus lateralis be this portion right here. On the model you can see it right there as well. And the vastus medialis be the muscle that's right there. On the model, it'd be this protrusion right there. Tibialis anterior would pretty much be the front portion of the shin. For the soleus, it'd be this portion right here of the calf on the outside. And the semimembraneous, it would be a part of the hamstring, and that'd be this portion right here. And then you have the semitendinous, would be the part that's overlapping the membraneous. Then you have the bicep femoris right there. And the gastrocnemius would be the calf muscle there. And the calcaneal tendon, or the Achilles tendon, would be right here. The gluteus maximus is the big part of the main part of the glute area. And the gluteus medius is the top part of the glute there. And that there is the muscle anatomy there. Thank you, Dr. Rob, for letting us do this project. And have a good rest of the year.